Hi guys, it's Crystal here for Talk to Me Tuesday. I feel like I need to relearn how to make videos again. It's been a while since, I did one not so long ago, but that was kind of a hold a shaky camera and show you a few things sort of video. But to do one like this where I'm sitting down and actually talking about stuff, I don't know, this is not my first time filming it, I will say that. So it's hard to know where to start. I have some things up on the wall behind me, so obviously that feels like a good place, but you've already seen some of them, I think. It's hard to know what I showed you guys before I stopped filming for construction. So I may have shown you this block and this block and this block and this block, and they are part of the Summer Sampler series, which is hosted by, oh, they don't even have their names on here. That's so terrible. Lee Heinrich and whoever does Swim Bike Quilt and whoever does Fresh Lemon Quilts. I feel like one of them is named Faith and another one is named Katie, but I might be wrong. Basically, the way that the Summer Sampler works is you get a block a week for 16 weeks and then they give you a setting pattern or whatever, setting directions for a quilt layout. So it started, I don't know, say 17 weeks ago or 18 weeks ago, and I did the first two blocks. These ones were from a kit, and, or pardon me, the first two here, and then I decided that I wanted to do my own colors, kind of in the original color, but with just using scraps, which are these two, because why make one quilt when you can make two? And then I cut out everything for this block and for the one that's behind my head right here. And then that was when I had to pack things up to bring all my sewing stuff downstairs to let them do construction upstairs. I got 2 blocks done, and then there are 14 more to go. So I just this week, or the weekend even, I got that block and this block finally put together. They look quite nice. The whole theme of this Summer Sampler is it's something like surprisingly easy, or easy piecing summer. It's all supposed to be easy to do, and many of them are kind of in like unusual methods of putting things together, I guess, to make something that looks complicated actually easier to do. I would not say there was anything particularly easy about this. It was all just very standard, you know, make flying geese or whatever. All things that we all have done a million times, but I don't do a great job making flying geese, and I still didn't because there was no tips or tricks. It was just make flying geese, which is fine. I mean, so really the only way you can make them so much easier or better would be to paper piece it, and I don't mind paper piecing, but I don't like fussing around with paper, and I don't have a printer, so it makes it awkward for me to get printed patterns all the time and, you know, blah blah blah, all the things. It's nice when there's a way to piece things easily. This just standard piecing for me, but anyway, whatever, I'm done with that one. Hopefully there aren't too many more flying geese throughout the rest of the patterns. There probably will be, because flying geese are like a dime a dozen in the quilting world, but anyway, whatever, this is all beside the point. But so yes, this was my kit. It was all purples and oranges, and I'm really hoping that some oranges finally show up. I mean, there's a little bit in that one, and it's probably my least favorite orange in the whole kit, but so far it's been very purple heavy, and I lean toward cool colors, so I like the purples, but the reason I picked that kit was because it had a lot of pink and orange in it, and those aren't my comfort zone, and I was trying to, like, you know, find my way into using some of those other colors. I like warm colors a lot, I just tend not to use them. For whatever reason, I always tip over into blues and greens, even when I'm actively trying not to, I guess. And then these other ones, I guess I don't know, I just like to start things. I guess that's really the short answer, is I like to start things. And this is really a color palette that I just really love, that sort of aqua bluey turquoisey color with really bright pinks and kind of limey greens. So it sort of fit for me. This right here will be the 4th block, and I'm about to start it for the purple version. I'm doing this one paper pieced. They gave you directions to do it either way. You could either do it paper pieced or you could do it by standard piecing. But my purple one looks like this right now. I just have all the strips of fabric pinned to one of the pattern quarters. Yeah, so that's a lot of what I've been doing. And then this one here took up a ton of my time this weekend. So this is another quilt along that I started this summer that I couldn't sew. And it's the tattoo quilt, which is designed by Happy So Lucky. She's done a lot of patterns that you've probably seen before. She did, I want to say last year it was, I'm not even sure what it's called, like a Unity quilt along. And basically I think it was a free pattern of little like paper cutout style dolls, girl dolls with, you know, arms out like that. And so then you would be grouped up into sets of 8, I think. I didn't participate, so I'm kind of iffy on the details. I want to say it's 8, and then so you would make 8 of them, keep 1 and send away 7, and then you would get them all back, and when you joined them, it was, you know, one block made by 8 different people. She's done stuff like that. She had a big quilt a couple of years ago that's Brave, Brilliant, Beautiful, Badass. You probably would, if you saw it, you would know you've seen it before. I have the kit and I'd go get it, but I don't know. I'm on a creaky chair and every time I move it creaks enough. I don't need to be standing up and running away. That was the July block, so I am obviously behind, but they're very intense blocks to piece. I mean, I got it done this weekend, but this one is one of the easier ones. I understand she started with a simpler one. I think next month's, like the August block, has Y seams in it, which I've certainly never Y-seamed in paper piecing. Most paper piece designers find a way to, you know, cut it so that it all comes together without needing to do Y-seams, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'm not aiming, I mean, I'd like to catch up, but honestly, if it takes me 3 months to catch up, I'm fine with that. So what I mean by that is like next month, so October. In October, I'm happy if I do August and October, and then in November if I do September and November, and then I'll be caught up, and then December I can just do December. So I don't know, we'll see. These ones, I don't know. I mean, I'm almost done 4 of each. I'm thinking I might only make 12 of these ones, but I don't know, if I can do 2 a week, that would be nice, but I also want to get some quilting in. Like, this is the problem, is because I only have one machine. When I set up my machine to quilt, that's all I want to do, but I have a lot of sewing to do. Dream world, I would have more, you know, another machine, I would have a long arm, but you know, I don't have the space, and I can't afford to long arm everything that I sew, or, you know, I would have 1,000 quilts in this house, and, you know, we'd be a hoarder house crawling around in quilts, basically. So anyway, I do need to figure out a way to do both, even though I really just enjoy piecing a lot. I mean, I like quilting too, but it's hard when you, like, it's just hard to switch back and forth. I guess that's really all it comes down to, is it's hard to switch back and forth, and I wish that there was an easier way to do it, but I am not gonna bring another sewing machine into my house. The only other thing that I've done recently, and basically, like, I finished setting up my sewing room so that I could work on literally anything, and this was the thing that I chose, was to piece. This is 1/9 of it. It's just a big, really big quilt block. I think it's about 26 inches wide. So there's one of them, and here I'll show you one more. I think this pattern is called Cake Box or Candy Box. Cake Box feels right, but it sounds weird, so it feels like it should be Candy Box. I'm pretty sure it's Cake Box. Anyway, it's from a book called Jelly Filled, and it's just a book full of jelly roll quilt patterns. This one didn't need a full jelly roll, and it was fortunate because I didn't have a full jelly roll of this fabric line. I just had a lot of scraps, so there was enough for me to put this top together and to have a tiny bit of leftovers. And I'm really hoping to get this one quilted soon. I don't want to add it to the pile and let it sit for another 10 years, but I don't actually have a plan for it. It's not my favorite. I like it a lot. I think it looks really nice, but it's not my style. It doesn't necessarily fit in my house. I have another quilt made with this fabric line that I like, and I don't need 2, but I would rather give it to somebody special. But I don't have any, like, girly girls in my life that would like something so sweet and candy pretty, and I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe my little sister would like it, although probably not. If I ask her favorite color, some days it's purple and some days it's orange, but it's never pink and mint, so I don't know, we'll see. Ramble, ramble. This is probably 20 minutes long. Okay, I should get off of here. Take care, everybody. Hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Bye.